Hey everybody, Alex Miller at Capneon here. Everybody's talking about AI right now, and I'm not different. I'm very much of the belief that a lot of people out there are really overestimating where the technology is actually at right now. And I'm going to tell you guys kind of a weird personal story that I hope will give you a sense of why I say this. And then also why I could be right about this and we could still be having this social media frenzy about how great ChatGPT is, etc. So here's the story about me talking about AI in my life and some funny things I noticed that got me thinking. I'm a heterosexual man and I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I generally wish other people well in life, to be happy and prosperous. A habit you get out of this is I like to look at beautiful women wearing really nice clothes on Pinterest. Pinterest thinks I'm a woman shopping for blazers, which is funny. But I have a good time because I kind of am. Having all these conversations about AI, I was joking around with some friends of, hey, do I even know that any of these people in these pictures are real? And I quickly figured out, I got a little bit of advice. Lots of them aren't real. And one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of AI pictures of women out there with huge boobs and no hands. Let me show you some examples just for fun, and then I will explain why this is important. I'm just going to do one example because this is already a little risque. So Pinterest showed me this picture. I became suspicious actually because of the lamp, and I was joking around with a friend, do you think this is an AI generated image? And my friend, who is better at this than me, said, no, they're missing a hand, and they're always missing a hand or some fingers, and that blew my mind because how did I miss a missing hand? The answer is kind of obvious. This is very, very common. I could show examples if I were not such a tasteful man all day of pictures like this once I went looking. Why is this particular kind of example interesting? Huge boobs are a cheap shot on a heterosexual man, get people's attention pretty reliably, and it's the kind of thing men talk to other men about. So it's great for social media, above or below ground. And, I'm guilty as charged. I'm guessing I know what I was looking at besides the missing hand. Why is this important for a business website? This kind of standard we take to social media where we half look at something, half read something, something excites us, we extend it to everyone else. Probably they half read it, something else excites them. This is a very different state of mind than the kind of state of mind you have to take to a more serious situation. So if I had something to lose with the output of these things, I might be a little bit more nervous about the missing hands. The fact that there's something exciting that gets people's attention, it could be, that might be what I wanted, that might be great. But to have this situation where kind of a key detail is sometimes there, sometimes missing in a grotesque way. Maybe some of you have seen these funny pictures of salmon swimming upstream. If not, you should look them up. They're fun. That's iffy to me. And so if I've got something that's on the line that I could lose, I don't really like this as much from a risk management standpoint. The technology doesn't look as mature to me anymore. And a large business, which is kind of who we're all obliquely talking about adopting these things, if we're talking on LinkedIn, has a turbocharged version of this, where the law is way behind the technology. Big corporations do have a lot to lose. People making these decisions are trying to manage risk. It's a much bigger deal that the hand is missing. So to return to the very beginning, I really don't want to say this isn't a cool technology or breakthrough, because I certainly feel that it is. We are kind of still in the huge boobs and no hands phase, where it's definitely cool. It's cool enough to get people excited. If you're a statistician, a data person, if you have a chat GPT answer that's bad, do you think people share that on social media? That's selection bias. If you're in marketing, you might know it's important to be topical. And I'm breaking this rule right now. Maybe nobody's going to watch this video. You have much better luck agreeing with what everybody's always saying than you have being contrarian a lot of the time, especially if you're contrarian in a nice tone of voice. And so I would allege that these pictures, they just kind of tell the story to me of it's good enough to be great fun on social media and get us all excited and, writing our sci-fi novels. I think if you take a kind of more discerning lens to the details, which is not something we do that much on the internet, you might feel a little bit better that you can hang on to your job a few more years. And if you're the person freaking out about that, stop.